My Comedy DVDs Part 17. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to part 17 of Look at My Comedy DVDs. So as with the rest of the parts, this will be stand-ups, sketch shows, sitcoms, maybe some films, maybe some other comedy type bits. Let's carry straight on with Harry Hill, First Class Scamp, live at London Palladium. Hilarious. Love Harry Hill's live stuff. If I'm remembering correctly, this is probably my favourite of his live DVDs, but I really enjoy them all. This... I think this was sort of done either during or just after his Channel 4 show. So lots of the characters from that appear in this as well. But yeah, really, really very funny stuff. So in part 15, I think it was, I showed most of the League of Gentlemen and explained there that there was one, I think it was, just for one, that was in the back half of the shelves. And it was the first series. Great. So if you haven't watched part 15, League of Gentlemen is, with Monty Python, my favourite comedy of all time. Has been basically since the very first shot of the very first episode. I wasn't familiar with them, I didn't know the radio series, saw the trailers and thought, oh, I'll give it a go, as I did most comedy when there wasn't 6 million channels. Opening shot of this, or more or less opening shot, as they come down into Royce and Vasey, the camera on the dolly comes down and the hearse goes past and the flowers were just reading bastard. And I thought, I'm going to like this. And I really did. Great stuff. As I said in the previous part, Series 3 possibly my favourite, but yeah, all amazing stuff. Loads of good extras on there as well. We have Knowing Me, Knowing You, and Knowing Me, Knowing You'll with Alan Partridge. So, Alan Partridge, obviously Steve Coogan's comedy character, created by Stuart Lee and Richard Herring, to an extent. But they don't get the credit for it. That's, if you're a Richard Herring fan, you know the story behind that. Started on the Hour radio show as a sports reporter, and played that character, or that version of the character, if you like, on the Day to Day TV show. Had his own chat show on the radio, Knowing Me, Knowing You, which spun then onto the telly. 6 episodes plus a Christmas special, Knowing Me, Knowing You'll. This was where I watched Day to Day, but you know, he was just one of the many good characters on the Day to Day. But this is where I fell in love, if you like, with Alan Partridge. These are magnificent. I can't remember if I had them on cassette, recorded off a telly on VHS, or one of my flatmates at uni, but whichever it was, we just watched them again and again and again and loved them. With Alan, I do prefer the earlier stuff written with Patrick Marber and Armando Iannucci, and that's Peter Bainham at times. That's sort of the era that I really like. I like later Partridge, this time, which is airing as at the moment, but he's a slightly different character, and I prefer earlier Alan. But as I say, I do enjoy later Alan a lot as well. But yes, this is just magnificent. This is... let's do these in the right order because it'll make more sense. Have I Got News For You, the best of the guest presenters? So I've already shown, I'm 99% certain, the first Have I Got News For You DVD release, which was celebrating a certain number of years, 10 years, 15 years, however many it was, which was an excellent 4-hour odd compilation of moments throughout the show's history to that point, with a commentary throughout by Paul and Ian. When Angus left and we started getting the guest presenters in, this was a release of the first batch of those, if you like. And so it's got extended editions of some of the shows, plus compilation of highlights from some of the other people. So it's got extended versions of the ones presented by Boris Johnson, Martin Clunes, William Hague and Bruce Forsyth. And then, as I say, highlights from lots of the other people. And then the bonus disc features a double-length version of a Boris Johnson show, which I've forgotten. So it's basically just everything unedited, as if you were sat watching it being recorded. And then there's some bonus stuff as well on there. But for a long time, Have I Got News For You as my favourite TV show. I still love it. I've never missed an episode. But it's not as good as it used to be. But it still has its moments. This is Volume 2. So this has got, again, all the highlights. I can't remember if this has got extended versions. No, so this disc 1 is 4 compilations basically of a 4 series from autumn 2003 running to spring 2005, and they're all compilations of all the various guest hosts. Disc 2 has got a double length version of Boris's second turn presenting, plus an A to Z of Have I Got News For You. Yeah, lots of really strong stuff. This is White Van Man Series 1. I do have Series 2. That is probably much later in these shelves. I really liked White Van Man. It was made by ITV Studios, but it was on BBC Three, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was on BBC Three. So it's about Will Mellor, who is taking over. His dad, played by Clive Mantle, has got a long-established white van man, handyman round, you know, in this town village, and he's getting ill, so Will has to take over. His assistant, played by Joel Fry, is a bit of a lazy layabout but lovable at the same time. He's engaged to Emma, played by lovely Georgia Moffat. But then Joel's sister, Liz, played by Naomi Bentley, runs or serves at the hardware shop where he buys all his stuff, and they're friends, but she's in love with him. It all gets complicated, and lots of good guest stars. It's just a really good sitcom, hugely underrated. The IT Crowd version 1, so the first series of the IT Crowd. I've certainly shown series 4. I think I might have shown more than that already. But absolutely love the IT Crowd. Back to Alan Partridge. So we have I'm Alan Partridge and I'm Alan Partridge Series 2. So at the end, spoilers if you like, but at the end of Knowing Me, Knowing You, he got sacked basically at the end of a Christmas special. He split up with his wife and had to live in a travel lodge whilst being a presenter on Radio Norwich. And these 2 series are basically his life during that time period. But yeah, just the second series, he's moved out of a travel lodge and his home is being built, so he's living in a caravan outside his house. And he's got a new fiancée who's Russian or Eastern European of some sort. But yeah, just lots of really, really good stuff. So Know Me, Knowing You, and these 2 are a prime Partridge for me. This is How to Irritate People. So this was a special put together by David Frost, I think for Rediffusion, but I might be wrong there. He basically wanted a sort of a John Cleese vehicle. So this was an hour long, 65 minutes show called How to Irritate People, and to serve that remix, if you like. So that's, you know, how you would open a DVD case. So the front cover should be here, but no, that's the back cover. So the front cover is on the back. And I think on the VHS version, if I remember correctly, because I had that as well, the title ran upside down on my spine as well, just to be even more irritating. But yeah, it's not magnificent, but there's some really good stuff on it. I mean, I will watch John, Graham Chapman, Tim Taylor, Michael Palin all day long, and those are the 4 main people in this. Connie Booth's in it as well. Yeah, just some strong stuff, just nothing magnificent. There is a sketch on here about a guy taking his car back to the dealership that's falling apart. That was sort of the genesis of the Parrot sketch. Yes, definitely a must-have for Python fans. Okay, we have... I'm just going to do a little rearranging here because I've got sort of half of a set of a series there. So what I'll do, I'll just do a couple more. Stick that in there. Okay, right. We'll do these and then they can all be together. Okay, so in part, again, I think it was 15, I showed quite a few of the Little Britain DVDs. Basically, I've got the rest of them here. And so, the complete 3rd series, still very strong stuff, love it a lot, but it was probably the weakest of the 3 normal series, but better than Abroad and USA. But yeah, still really, 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 really funny stuff. Lots of extras on there as well. And then here's Little Britain Abroad. So these were basically, was it 2 specials? It might have just been one. It was either 2 half hours and 1 hour long special. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll look it up and stick it on the screen. But basically specials with our favourite Little Britain characters, but to do with holidaying, basically. Lots of guest stars: Steve Coogan, Ronnie Corbett, Peter Kay. This contains commentary, deleted scenes with commentary, a Little Britain Down Under documentary. Then this contains the Comic Relief does Little Britain Live, but there is a standalone DVD release which I've already shown on here as well, and a Comic Relief trailer. Yeah, it's still strong stuff, it's just not as good as the first 2 series of the show. Little Britain USA I showed a while ago, and the other TV series I've shown, I think, already. Back to League of Gentlemen. So this is the 2nd series. Really, really strong stuff. As I say, I just love all of these. This introduced us to Hare Lip, I believe. It's definitely Papa Lazar who first appeared in series 2. But yeah, lots of really good stuff. Excellent release. Love, love, love it. Okay, that will do for this part. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.